Welcome everybody to Business Monday here at the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm Josh Fenton, CEO of GoLocal. This is Rachel Stewart from Greenwich Safety. It is a balmy 50 degrees in downtown Providence. It is warm on the set. I don't know what we're going to do. A week ago today, I think it was negative 400 degrees. This week, it's plus 600 degrees. We can't figure it all out in New England. So let's talk. You've got a cool business. You guys are growing. Talk a little bit about Greenwich Safety.
Yeah, so Greenwich Safety is actually a small business from Rhode Island. Started about 20 years ago. And I had the fortunate opportunity to get hired 20 years ago. And my boss, Kevin Simon, started the business. It was very small, just 3 of us. And we started in East Greenwich with a very small warehouse and office. And we've since been able to grow throughout the 20 years. So we're now up to about 10 people. We're a safety equipment distributor by nature. So we have a couple of different interesting segments of the business, but initially we started as a safety equipment distributor. And through the RI Commerce Loan, we're able to actually take the business to the next level and, go from 3 people to 10 people. We've branched out a little bit as far as segmenting, and we're retail as well as wholesale, and we do a couple of different things now. So yeah, it's been going really good.
That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
We love entrepreneurs on Business Monday. Talk a little bit about who are your customers?
So we have, that's an interesting part of our business. So one segment of our business is we provide decontamination kits and patient property bags to VA hospitals. So around here, all over the country. Yep, all over the country. And then we actually do some business, globally as well. And then another part of the business is safety equipment, and that is a lot of manufacturers, pharmaceutical companies, independent contractors, and so we sell things like safety glasses, gloves, hearing protection,
bunny
signage.
suits.
Exactly, exactly, all that stuff.
Weight room, weight outfits.
Yep, clean room, environment stuff. Yep, exactly.
Talk a little bit about how the business is changing. I mean, we're in an era of, anybody can get anything from anywhere in 2 days, right, in an Amazon world. How do you compete with that?
It's interesting, and what we pride ourselves in is the relationships that we have with our customers and our vendors and everybody, and what we try to do is really just take our time and dedicate ourselves to the customers and promote positive customer interaction, not just so much the electronic transfer of information, but we really try to know our customers and our contacts and be really close to them.
And where are you seeing the most growth?
And so we're seeing the most growth probably in the retail sector, and as well as even...
Are they coming into your shop?
No. So we're outbound, basically, but the retail side of it is nice. So we manage a few company stores for Electric Boat.
Oh,
so
great.
It's very exciting.
Yeah,
and,
that's great.
The biggest part of that, it's great. The safety equipment, the safety boots. So that's the biggest part of the business, as well as the apparel and things like that. So Timberland, Carhartt, stuff like that.
And what's the biggest challenge right now?
And so our biggest challenge would probably be to, what is the next level? Right. What is our next level of growth?
Right, you've gone from 3 to 10. How do you go from 10 to...
50 or 10 to 20 or...
300,000.
Or 300,000.
Right. Don't be shy about
reach for the stars. Yeah, so it is interesting, but that's probably the most interesting side of the business.
And is technology your friend or your biggest challenge?
I think it's probably both.
Yeah.
It's probably our friend.
By the way, that's to every business who's a digital company as well.
It is interesting because you want to stay with the times, but you want to retain that, customer service and that ongoing, customer care. And with the, electronic interface, you sometimes lose some of that. So we try to, again, have it be friends and not foe.
And then where are your customers? I mean, I know Electric Boat's probably in North Kingstown and Groton and maybe down in Virginia.
Right, or Connecticut. So we do business with we have stores in the Connecticut facilities and in the Quonset facility. And we have customers all over the country as far as with regard to the other segments of the business.
And are you doing global work? Are people touching you for Ebola in Liberia?
What's interesting is, so the decon part of the business is we are getting some, requests from overseas. So people want to purchase those kits from us. And so we've been pretty successful with that.
And how do you market it? Is it sort of Google AdWords, or is
It's interesting. We're in the process now of trying to figure out, okay, how can we market this better, especially the decon segment of the business, and how can we, it's sort of like a niche, industry, and how can we, focus and, pay attention to those customers that are out there. So we're looking into things like search engine, optimization, but at the same time, we're a small business, and we're trying to figure out, okay, what's the best way to put those dollars to make the most sense for us.
And, we usually have 1, 2, 3, or 4 small businesses or large businesses on Monday, and I would say probably 80 to 90% say their number one challenge is hiring. We're in a period of low unemployment nationally. We're in a low unemployment period in Rhode Island. How has that been for you guys? Is that a challenge?
I think for us, we've been so fortunate and so lucky that we have such a great team, and we haven't had any issue finding people or finding good quality people. And like I said, the team that we have is phenomenal, and we're very lucky. So.
Where are you located now? Still in East Greenwich?
We started in East Greenwich, and then we moved to Apponaug, and then from there we went to Jefferson Boulevard. So we're now right off Jefferson Boulevard.
In just a few, I would say 6 months, 12 months, you guys could be ready to take over the Superman building.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Right? Wouldn't
sure.
That would make everybody at Commerce happy. Stephen Pryor would be could put your logo up on in lights.
Fantastic.
Yes.
We're all for it, so for sure.
Talk about your dealing with Commerce. What did you do with them? Was it a small business loan?
So yes, we actually had 2 small business loans, and so the one most recently, it helped afford new hires for the retail aspect of the business. And again, it brought us to that next level from wholesale distribution to this retail segment that we have, and that's growing and that's strong. And so it really helped us catapult us to that next level.
That's
so
great.
It's great, yeah.
And how were they?
Fantastic.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
Every week I try and get true serum
fantastic.
out.
Yeah, we've had very, very good experiences, and we've been very fortunate. So.
And how do you get to, you're 10, how do you get to 50?
And so we're 10, how do we get to 50?
Yeah, 50 employees.
We're kind of thinking, okay, should we take this retail side of it and maybe go to other, larger companies, larger outfits, and say, okay, do you want us to run your store?
Right.
Or that, the decon.
Because you've got proof that you've done it with, a pretty demanding company that's not, doesn't suffer fools. General Dynamic, Electric Boat doesn't, isn't going to take too many excuses.
Yeah.
So you've done it there. You can go and do it functionally anywhere.
We pride ourselves in that we really try so hard to take care of them, and we've been successful, and so we'd like to do that other places. As well as, like I said, the decon side of the business, that's an area where there's huge potential. And we're thinking, okay, maybe we should, delve into that area more. And actually, my boss is kind of doing that right now as far as trying to really, saturate that market and get in there. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Suggestions for others. It's always interesting when entrepreneurs come on and, everybody's got the big idea. If somebody was coming to you and saying, I'm ready to start my own business. I'm tired of working for the man. What would be your suggestions, your guidance to somebody?
Well, it's interesting because my boss is the owner of the company, so I work for him, and like I said, I've been so fortunate that he, started this business.
But you've helped fuel the.
But I feel like I've really been a part of it, and like a big part of the business, and so it does feel like I am, part owner, so to say. But I feel like, I'm sorry, what was the question you asked?
If that entrepreneur comes to you and says, should I jump into starting my own business? How do I do it? What should I be fearful of, regardless of what business sector it is?
I think I would say have a really good business plan and, really feel strong about it. If that's your dream, don't just say I want to start a business because I don't want to work for somebody else.
Right.
That's not gonna do it for you. You really have to be passionate about what you're doing. And then, like I said, have a good business plan. Have the skills behind it, the wherewithal to know, true expectations and goals and, things like that.
That's great. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on. It was great having you.
Great, thanks.
Stay right here. We're going to be back in about 30 seconds with our next guest on Small Biz on Business Monday. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. It's Biz Monday. Everything's going on. There are people on the street. It is like 55 degrees. It is a Chamber of Commerce, or in this case, it's a Commerce RI kind of day in Providence, Rhode Island. It's like this all winter long, right?
Oh, yeah.
55 degrees in the winter, just like Palo Alto or something like that. Except for last Monday where it was like negative 400 degrees. Don Scarlata, Colonial Mills, thanks for coming by.
You're welcome.
You've got an old school business model reinvented for a modern day.
Yes, that's right.
Talk a little bit about Colonial Mills.
Sure. Well, it started out 41 years ago. My brother Paul actually founded the company. I joined him shortly thereafter. And at the time, we had only 5 employees, and we were selling to small mom and pop gift stores around the country, but mostly in New England. And as time progressed, I eventually bought him out in 1988 and continued to grow the business, and it did well up through just before the big recession.
Yeah, that's on everybody's resume.
Yeah,
right.
That's right. Our business fell 50%.
Yeah.
And that was the first contact I had actually with Rhode Island Commerce.
Yeah, great. And what do you guys make? Talk about, you make a lot of different things.
We manufacture, it's all braided products,
right.
Braided rugs, the traditional oval, earth tone colors, but we've taken them more into today with color and design.
Yeah.
It's really a home fashion product than anything, and we do products for really all over the world. We've done some hotel projects, but today where 75% of our business is done through online retailers.
Yeah, right.
And we're made to order.
Right.
We receive orders in every night through electronically, and we produce the products, and we have to ship it out to the consumer directly to their house within 3 days.
Within 3 days.
Within 3 days.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Everybody wants it overnight, though.
Everybody wants it overnight. And, you know, the pressure is building as folks like Amazon via Whole Foods are promising, and I don't even understand this in Boston, hour and a half, 2 hour delivery for groceries. You can't get anywhere in Boston in 2 hours.
That's
I don't know how
right.
they can deliver groceries. What do you see from a trend standpoint from products? What are they ordering? What do they want?
Well, they want an area rug because
Yep.
what's being used in homes today is a lot of hard surface.
Right.
Hardwood, tile, linoleum, all types of hard surface. In fact, hard surface is eating away at the broadloom.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
wall-to-wall carpet.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants a wall-to-wall.
Nobody wants that anymore. No. In fact,
No.
you pull up in a lot of old houses, and underneath is a hardwood floor.
Right, it's a beautiful hardwood
Right.
that then you got to find a good floor guy.
So
and get
somebody
it redone.
wants a nice accent rug to go with the decor that they have, and that's what we supply.
And you know, let's just say from the last 10 years, from 09 to 19, what are you seeing? Where's the growth? What's the pressure point? What's the opportunity for you guys?
Well, it really has been the internet because it's allowed us to sell mostly nationwide.
Yeah.
States that were really difficult for us to enter into, like Florida and California, are actually some of our leading drop ship states because the consumer wants a comfortable, cozy product to go in their home. And we make the traditional ovals, but we also do rectangles, squares, octagons, all different shapes, and we've gotten into storage baskets now
Oh, that's
well.
interesting. Yeah. Biggest challenge for you?
The biggest challenge for me, actually, just last week, I closed on a new building that we're moving to in East Providence.
Nice.
We've been in our existing location,
You were in
as I
Pawtucket.
said, for 41 years. So the biggest challenge is to relocate the whole factory.
Are the guys from Commerce coming over? They're going to help? They're going to bring their station wagons over,
No,
pile stuff in?
They did step up financially, so you know, they helped us out during that recessionary time, and now they've helped out with us purchasing the building.
That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How many employees now?
Right now, we have just over 90.
Wow, you're a big
Yeah.
employer, yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you see the challenges there? Are you able to keep people and train people? Is it an ongoing battle? Is it
We do have a lot of our employees have been with us for a long time.
right?
In fact,
And they're craftspeople. I mean, they
yes.
they
Yeah,
know.
well, the sewer is really someone it takes about a year
Yeah.
until they get fully up to a standard production level. But we're seeing that as the economy is actually doing well,
Yeah.
it's more difficult now
Yeah.
filling these positions.
Right.
We're getting fewer people coming in looking for jobs. And in fact, right now we have 4 openings.
So if you hear that,
If
you're
you-
watching
if you
today, you're
want a
sitting at
sewing
home,
position.
you just switched over from Ellen over to GoLocal Live,
Right.
and you're looking for your next opportunity in a crafts business. Here's an opportunity. Where do you see the business going? I mean, you've done a great job sort of transition from an old school traditional business model to now having a significant online component to it and being able to sell direct, which is nice because the
Right.
margins so much better.
Yes.
Where do you go? Will you be all online in a period of time?
Well, that is where things are trending, and more and more of the business is being done that way. I think totally at retail.
Yeah.
So most major retailers have an online presence as well. So we sell to them on their websites. And I see more growth in that respect, yes.
Can you do custom designs if I want?
We will. We'll do custom work
Can I
as
get
well, from
Patriot-
sizes,
Patriots
colors.
logo
Sure.
embedded in.
Well, no, we can't go to that extent, but we can at least do the colors, red, white, and blue for them.
That's great. Take advantage. You're having a Super Bowl special, aren't you?
That's
And-
right.
and-
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Immediately go to.
Well, we
Colonial
do have
Mills.
a mill outlet store
Do you?
right at the location.
And will that transfer over to East
Yes.
Providence as well? Great.
Yes, it will.
When do you expect to be over in East Providence?
Sometime July.
Oh, great.
Right.
And will you be down in between, or are you doing everything possible?
No,
to,
we're going to do everything possible to keep operating. Probably move in phases
Right.
so much of the operation and keep. The good part is they're only 3 miles apart, so we'll be able to hopefully handle that transition.
That's great. And I asked the question of Rachel before you. We talked to a lot of entrepreneurs, and as you know, you just work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, right?
Oh,
As an
yeah, that's
entrepreneur,
it, right.
and I know I do. I work 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. and then I start the second shift around
That's
7,
right. Yeah.
and I work for it. Talk a little bit about you've got a little gray starting to peek in. What's your advice to folks that are thinking about building a business and want to become really thinking about becoming an entrepreneur?
Well, interestingly, I'm at that point in my career, and I have my son working for me now, and we're in the process of transitioning
Great.
the operation to him from me. And that's difficult. It's tough to let go.
Right.
And, let somebody else take it and do what he wants to with it. So, but he's been doing a great job at that and get some new, fresh ideas.
Isn't it usually the third
in there.
generation that screws it up? So you
Yeah,
don't even have to
something
worry.
like that, right.
Your
So
son
I don't
will-
have to worry
You
about
don't
that.
have to worry about it. Your son will be fine.
Right.
His son or daughter will be the
That's
one that
the
crashes and
problem.
burns it, right? But if somebody's watching, they're like, I had this dream. I wanted to do this. I mean, I always the thought process I always go through is in making suggestions is that, listen, you have to. There's no two ways about it. You have to live it. So you better do something that you really enjoy.
Yes.
Because if you don't enjoy it, and I mean really enjoy it, it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to sustain it. You can do it for 18 months or 24 months.
It
or
takes
36
passion.
months. It takes
It
an
takes a
absolute
passion.
passion. And a competitive nature, right? I mean, you could have
Yes.
easily, you lost that much of your business, and in that period of time
Sure.
where you couldn't touch any capital, you could have gone out with the lights.
Yeah, and yet you have to believe in yourself,
Right.
and work it. Don't give up. If you believe in it, just keep at it.
Right.
Keep at it, and you win over more people, and they're the ones that will help you succeed. You can't do it alone.
You cannot do it alone.
No.
I want to thank you so much for coming on. Congratulations on all the success
Thank you.
here.
Thank you.
We're going to be back at 4 o'clock with Gary Sass, former Director of Administration, the head of the Hassenfeld Institute at Bryant University. We're going to be talking about federal debt, state budget, State of the Union, downtown Providence, how do we get it to the next level? We'll be talking about it all. We'll see you back at 4 o'clock. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thank our friends over at Rhode Island Commerce for all their help.